Hello, everybody. My name is Krista Taylor, and I want to welcome you to Real People, Real Results. This is a wearable neurotech that we're so excited about. It's helped so many of us, 5 million people, in fact. And the person that invited you here tonight wants you to hear from people that have been wearing this in their daily lives and have had their own experiences. So we're so glad you're here. Normally my co-host Paul Austin is here with me, but he had some family obligations tonight, and this is what we do here at VoxLife. We take care of each other. So he's off doing that, and I am here to first introduce this wearable neurotech to you. I'm just going to give you a little snapshot of what it is. I'm going to play a video for you that's put together by our CEO and the inventor of VoxLife Wearable NeuroTech. And then we're going to hear from my friends Pam and Selina on how this tech has impacted their lives. So to get started, we'll start at the beginning. VoxLife HPT started out in an insole just like this. And there's a pattern on this side that triggers a neural response. So this is not something that you can feel touching you, but your peripheral nervous system can pick up the code that's here. And in 7 seconds, a message travels to your midbrain to put you to homeostasis, which is your equilibrium. And when you're in homeostasis, all of your autonomic functions improve: your balance, your stability, your range of motion, your heart rate regulation, your respiratory control. Your brain prioritizes what to get to work on and works on your wellness. So the technology comes in the form of an insole, a sock. You can see here, this is the pattern that's doing the same thing. It's triggering those neural receptors, or a Harmony patch, which I'm wearing on my arm now because I'm a barefoot girl. So this is a disposable 24-hour patch that you can wear that elicits the same response as the socks or the insoles. And then there's a whole product line that carries the HPT technology because different people like different socks, different insoles. So we have a whole selection of things so that you can get this product on you and reap the benefits. That was the beginning. Since then, Jay, our CEO, has developed a technology that helps to optimize your immune system, one that helps to optimize your REM sleep, and one that helps to optimize your metabolism. So when you layer these on in addition to the HPT technology, oh, people are coming back with outstanding results. Now we do have the science to back up what we're talking about, but the point of this call really is to show you a snapshot of what our technology does, and then let you hear from people who have had their own real results. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen and let the man himself tell you about this technology. So just bear with me for a moment. And sit back. This is about 3 minutes, and then I'll be back.
Hi everyone, I'm Jay Dhaliwal. I'm the CEO and founder of VoxLife and the creator of VoxLife HPT. Today, I want to talk to you about a Harmony Neuro Patch. And what this product does is actually stimulates receptors on our skin, sending a neurosignal to our brain to help it reach homeostasis. This is the only product in the world that relies on the neurohaptic system that every single one of us has to optimize our neurology and optimize our health. Today, with the help of Dr. Mark DeBrincat, our VP of Clinical Strategy, we're going to be using an FDA-cleared 19-channel EEG headset, as well as FDA-cleared software to visualize, record, and show the impact that our technology has on our neurology and our brains to help it reach optimal performance. What we want to show today is how the Harmony Neuro Patch helps that dysregulated yellow, blue, and red colors in the brain maps transform into that healthy green homeostasis neurology that is the foundation of health and wellness. So what we're looking at right now is a neurological QEEG output of Mike's limbic system. The 19 channels are reading over 60,000 brainwaves a second and generating an output of neurofunction and brainwaves. What we want to see now is where that suboptimal red and yellow colors are. We want to see them turning as much as possible to a healthy green with the application of our HPT patch. So we've applied the patch now to Mike's arm, and within 10 seconds, you're seeing that predominant yellow and red become predominantly green. Just for clarification, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing in the world that has this output at this rate of speed without drugs, without chemicals, without electricity. That's the power of Vox HPT. So when we see a healthy green neurology, what we're looking at is a brain and a mind in homeostasis. It is operating in its optimal function. And this is so important. And this is why it's so important. So VoxLife HPT, as we demonstrated with our neuropatch, helps the central nervous system reach homeostasis in our neurology. And the reason this is so important for overall wellness and health is that neurology is the top of the pyramid of our physiological health and wellness paradigm. First is neurology at the very top, then there's chemistry, then there's biology, then there's physics and mechanics. Neurology will have an impact all the way through our entire physiology. Healthy neurology, healthy body, better wellness. Just to show you a demonstration of the power of Vox HPT, how quickly it works, and how efficient it is, and we're going to take a healthy green neurology and we're going to take the patch off. Dr. Mark, if you want to peel the patch off, let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry.
And what we've seen now is the yellow and the red creeping back into the neurology.
Just trying to get dinner.
That's the power of Vox HPT.
So for stress and anxiety, we see this limbic system is over half red. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the patch on. And as we put that patch on, we're going to see the brain calm down and that limbic system turn green. So now he's got great control over that limbic system. He can hold it in that homeostasis state longer, which equates to a more peaceful day and a more restful, calm demeanor.
There he is, Mr. J. Dollywell. So, of course, we don't claim to treat or diagnose or cure anything at all. We're just here to help people. And as Jay explains, this tool connects with your midbrain and allows your body to do what it's already designed to do. It's going to work on your wellness. So let's hear from my friend Pam. I'm just going to unmute you, Pam. There you go. Great.
Can you hear me?
Yes, how are you?
I'm really good. Really
nice
good. Thank you.
to have
Happy
you
to
here.
be here. Yeah.
I'm glad you are. So tell us, my dear, how did you find VoxLife?
Well, I kind of stumbled on VoxLife. I kind of stumbled on you. I stumbled on you quite a couple of years ago, maybe even the very first time you were at an event. And I talked a friend of mine into buying a pair of socks, and she made what I'm discovering is kind of a classic mistake with Vox, which is not being compliant with wearing it regularly. So I didn't really hear back from that. And then I stumbled on you again a couple of years later, about a year ago now, when I was having trouble with my knee. I'd blown out my knee. I don't know what it was. I'd been to a physiotherapist, and he thought it was a couple of things, and I did a couple of interventions, and it was getting better. It wasn't as bad as it had been, but it lasted quite a long time. And I ran into you at an event, and so I decided I would try the socks and the insoles. But again, I wasn't compliant. I'm not really a sock person, and I'm not even really a shoe person, but I'm definitely not a sock person. So when I was wearing footwear, I like flip-flops. So when I was wearing footwear, I didn't necessarily use it. It probably helped my knee a little bit, hard to say. Then fast forward to this year, when I was diagnosed with metatarsalgia, but I think it actually was plantar fasciitis as I sort of look backward. And it's annoying. It's just annoying. I had no idea it could be so painful. I didn't find it painful, but I found it really annoying. And I know now it would have really gone very badly south if I hadn't intervened. So I stumbled on the socks in the house and the insoles. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll just put the socks on. I don't know. And then a couple of days later, you called me to invite me out to an event. So I went. And that's when I was introduced to the patch, which I wear quite religiously now. And it's great for me because it lets me comply. I still don't wear socks and I still don't wear the insoles that much, but I can get the 24-hour coverage with the patch, which I love. So when I came to the event, you did a little bit of, you put people on the insoles and showed us how it improves balance and range of motion and stability. And that was really interesting. And I was wearing the socks regularly, and I was doing a volunteer job where I had to climb up on a like a 2-step ladder, but I had a small broken bone in my foot at the same time that at the plantar fasciitis, and so I was kind of unstable, and so I needed to hold on to the pillar when I walked up this little step ladder. And then a couple of days after I saw you and I'd been wearing the socks, I got up on the step ladder and I came down off the step ladder and I thought to myself, did I just get up there without grabbing hold of the pillar? Right? Like I didn't even notice it. It's kind of like my car. Has that noise been always there? Is it suddenly making that noise? I didn't even notice the change. Exactly. And then I moved to another spot where I use it, and indeed I was able to go up. So my balance had absolutely improved. So that was great. A little while later, I got the patch because I ordered it pretty much right away. It took a while for it to show up. I started to wear the patch, and within about a week of wearing the patch, because I was wearing that much more than the socks, the bone in my foot that was a tiny little bone had also healed. I'd spent months trying to get that to heal. And I'd kind of decided I probably would have to suffer with that for the rest of my life, really, because I think I have it in my head, it was a tiny bone, and it just kept breaking under my weight whenever I walked on it. I had an air cast, I bought other insoles, podiatrist things. Nothing was working on it, and it cleared up both of those. So then a little bit fast forward, a month later, the immunity patch, I put the immunity patch on, and within I would say hours, so probably 24, maybe 36 hours, sinus inflammation that I've suffered from for a couple of years has really pretty much cleared up completely. So
Awesome.
I stumbled on Vox. On Vox, and that's what I got. So did that answer your question?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So
Yeah.
how is it, you mentioned that your foot's not hurting and your sinuses are clearing up and that kind of thing. Are there any other ways that you find that being involved with VoxLife is impacting your life, or using the products is impacting your life?
Well, I also use the sleeve. I bought the sleeve because I was interested. So once it started to work, I wanted to really take it out for a spin and see what it's capable of. So I also got the sleeve. I have ordered the Meta patch and the REM patch, but they haven't arrived yet. So I can't testify entirely for those yet. I'm sure I will be able to once they come. But I find that the sleeve really provides me with focus and concentration, and it lets me settle down. And of course, there have been real moments. I'm a hypnotherapist, so I do a lot of mental work and I manage my mindset. I have a lot of skill with that. And sometimes it's trickier than others, and we've all been through a lot in the last couple of months. And I find when I put the sleeve on that there really is kind of a grounding for me that settles me. And I like it. I don't wear it all the time the way I do the patches, but I know when I need it and I put it on. So so there's that piece. And then I also, because I'm also an independent distributor of it, and even if I weren't, I get to tell people about it. I get to share it. A lot of people are grappling with a lot of things. And so I get to share that it is, it's affordable, it's accessible, there's no drugs involved with it, and it makes a big difference for the people that I've suggested it to that have gone ahead with it. So I love that piece of it as well.
That's amazing. I love that too. The sleeve, thank you. My friend Tracy also pointed out, I forgot to mention in all of the wearable technology that we have, another one is called Cognitive Boost Technology, which is a sleeve, comes in the form of a sleeve, and that one works from the neck up. That works on your focus, your concentration, and we're getting remarkable results. That one actually started as a tool for university students, but poof, as soon as we brought it out to share with people, we're getting incredible results. A lot of around what you're saying is the grounding that people feel with it. So Pam, what would you say to somebody who is thinking about maybe becoming a distributor with VoxLife, or they're a practitioner thinking about adding it to their practice? What would you share with them about Vox in your experience?
I would say do it. I would absolutely say do it. You know, when I signed up, I really signed up because I wanted the discount, because I saw that it was working. And so I thought, well, I might as well be getting the discount on it, right? So regardless of how far you go with it, that's an advantage to being connected with it. But there really is something special about being able to offer something to people when they have something that they're grappling with and they can't get to the other side of it, and to be able to offer it and really feel confident with offering it. I love that there's a 30-day money-back guarantee on the socks and the insoles. And so that's a really easy in for people if you wear socks. Right? It's not as easy and then if you don't wear socks, but if you wear socks, or you're willing to, and really, if you know, for people who are struggling, that's a really easy win, or easy in to try it. And then it's a win when people do try it, because you get the feedback of, even today I was talking to somebody who said to me, you know, I've just put the socks on for the first time. We were chatting. I'm starting to get a buzz. Is that normal? And it is, right? It is normal for people. It's common for people to have a response quite quickly. And it's nice that there's the science behind it. So I would say go ahead, 100%. Don't hesitate. I can't even imagine what a downside to it would be. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We love to hear from everybody. So thank you so much for being here to share with us today, Pam. We appreciate
Great. Thanks for the chance.
Yeah. Talk to you soon. And now I'm going to call on my friend Selena, who's a very busy woman when she's able to go out to work. Let me just unmute you there, Selena. Are you able to unmute? There we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Hello.
How are you? Oh, your volume cut out there for a second. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Good. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the sunshine today?
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah,
And
good.
working, a lot of work. So I had a little peek of the sunshine.
You are a busy woman. Selena, let's talk about how you found VoxLife. Why did you decide to try Vox, Selena?
It's just to help my friend Krista. And I remember I think we had a fundraiser and you gave some socks for a silent auction item. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then you gave me a pair, and I think I even gave them away, to be honest. I think I gave them to my aunt, because I was like, okay, they're so pretty, they're cute and everything, but Vox, yeah, right, sure. And then he did that trick on me, and I was like, oh, okay, I felt something. Okay, maybe there's something happening here. And then I bought, but again, it wasn't enough, because I was only, I wore the pretty socks, but then I wasn't wearing them all the time. And then you found out more information about it. You were saying you have to wear it more. So I had a pair for going to bed. And I never sleep in socks, but I started sleeping in the socks, and I was wearing them. And to be honest, I did not feel any difference. I guess you have to have something seriously wrong, or some kind of issue that you can say, oh, I have an aha moment. I never got an aha moment, but I still kept doing it because I trusted my friends. And you kept saying, just wear it. And that was I'm telling you, it was probably a year I was wearing it. And I didn't really notice anything until one day I was at work, and it was a very stressful time at work, and I had a deadline. I was very anxious. I had a knot in my stomach, and I was trying to meet this deadline. And Krista, you happened to come by, and you put the patch on me. And that was, I had an actual reaction. The knot in my stomach was gone. And I was just had this like, calm. And I went back to work and I took care of what I had to take care of, and I was all good. I was like, okay, now I see. Maybe there's something to what she's saying. It's not just blah, 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 blah. So I started really making the tech all the time, and I started buying the patches, and I recognized, okay, there's something here. This is helping. And then I got the sleeve, which I wear all the time now, and I had it on. I was writing a grant, and grants, it was what I do is not my forte. I really struggle at it. I hate it with a passion. I get anxiety with it. You have to have the right words, and there's so much on the line to try and get this government. And I put the sleeve on, and I had like, it's this weird feeling, how to describe it. It was like clarity. Everything, like the words, like it was, I wasn't having to think of like, what do I say? How do I say this? How do I say this? There's only so many words. It just came like bing into my brain. It was like, and it was so easy. I was like, I have never had this experience before writing a grant. And I got the grant in the end. And it was, I know it was the sleeve. And so now in this isolation here, where it's a very stressful time, I wear the sleeve, I wear the patches, I wear my socks. And I've only had one day in all of these weeks where I had like a little, what's happening in the world? What's going on here? Everything else now is just gravy. It just rolls off my back. I feel very, it's a feel-good thing. I don't know how to describe it, but I know that it works. And so now I'm in.
I love it.
That's like, it's, it's sometimes it's funny. You have to experience the feeling. And I've told a lot of my friends and family about it, and some of them have experienced it like right away, and then they'll go, oh, I'm game, I'm in. But the ones who don't feel anything right away, it takes a while. Like even, and I recognize that when I was wearing it all this time and I didn't feel anything, it was still doing something. I had hurt my knees working out years ago, and I damaged my kneecaps, and it's just the way it is. When I walk upstairs, I get pain in my kneecaps. When I dance too much, I get pain, and then I have swelling, and now that hasn't happened anymore. So I guess it was doing whatever it was doing in the background. I just didn't notice it because it wasn't acute, I guess is the right word. So yeah, there's lots of benefits from wearing Vox.
It's so interesting to me how so many people, including myself, have all of these amazing stories of things that were issues in their life that slowly slid out of their lives, and right? And then you come back and it's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Where did that pain go? It's gone. Or that stress or that anxiety, whatever it is, like it slowly slides out of your life. I guess the same way it came in, right? Like most of the time, pain doesn't come in overnight and it's debilitating. It creeps and it creeps and it creeps unless it's from a serious injury.
Yeah, exactly.
So Selena, how would you say Vox has impacted your quality of life?
It's improved it. Like I'm telling you, this is a prime example of being in COVID and isolation and just feeling such calm and relaxed, and like, I'm working from home. I'm working from home without all my functions. I don't have a computer. Did not like that world with computers and social media. So I'm having to, because I'm working from home, having to do social media, having to work on my devices and do my job. And it's easier and I'm not stressed about it. And I know that is my sleeve, my socks, it's Vox. I know that. Like I don't deny that. Can't deny it.
So cool. So what would you say to somebody who's a customer who's thinking about transitioning to be one of us, to be a teammate, to be an associate? What would you say to them?
Really, truly, I would really say go for it, because the thing with it, it's such a good feeling when you're able to not just help yourself, but your family and your friends. And like, I know I have time for a little story about one of the kids in my program.
Yes.
She suffered really badly from concussions. She had too many concussions in a very short space of time. And all Sick Kids Hospital kept saying was, you just have to wait till your brain heals. And she would have trouble concentrating in school. She wasn't going to school full time. She was having trouble walking, having trouble thinking and having lots and lots of pain in her head, bad headaches. And her parents were getting scared because she was just eating pain, like Tylenols, like she was just popping them like candy, and it still didn't help her head. And one day she was at my office and I gave her a patch. She was having a difficult time. I gave her a patch, but we previously, Krista and I had spoken to her parents and told them all about Vox, and they let them do their research, so they knew about it. She called her mother and asked her if it's okay if I could put a patch on her. Put the patch on her, and within, I would say, not even 10 minutes, her headaches subsided enough that she was able to stick around at the office and hang out with the rest of the kids. And then I got a call from her I gave her some patches to take home with her, and I told her, keep wearing this 24 hours and replace it. And then I don't want to get emotional. I always get emotional when I tell this story because it's
a
she
big
called me
story.
up and she was crying because she didn't realize, and her parents did not realize how bad she'd been feeling for the last year and a half, 2 years, until she started to feel more like herself after wearing the patch. She's had no quality of life. And this is a kid who's only in grade 10. You know, it's supposed to be fun times for her. But because of the concussion, she had no life for a while. And there was no end in sight because doctors were telling her, just wait it out. There was nothing they could do for her. And now, like, I spoke to her today, she's in our programs that we're running, and she was like, she feels so much back to normal. Her parents, even though it's a struggle for them because they live in housing, they get the patches for her every month. Every month, they don't miss because they know what it's done for their daughter. Yeah.
Thank you for
So
sharing that.
that's a reason why to do it. Right there, like it makes me feel good to know that I've been able to help. It's her parents. It's a domino effect. It's the quality of life for her whole family.
Yes, it is. That's a really important point to make. The impact when you help a child, any family member, impacts the whole family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, Selena and Pam.
Well,
thank you for sharing your
thank
story.
you, and thank Vox, and thank Jay.
Yeah,
Blessings to everyone for that.
Thank you so much. We'll definitely share those. And what I would say to all of you listening is please get back to the person who invited you. There's lots and lots and lots of science behind this. We have lots of brain mapping, like you saw at the beginning of the call, but really the true test, as I think both Pam and Selena have articulated, is get this tech on yourself, wear it compliantly, wear it 24/7 for 30 days, and you'll tell us how it helped you. I often tell people to write a list of all the things that they would improve about their wellness if they could, and then take that list, put it in the drawer, put your Vox on, and go back to the list in 30 days and see if you notice any changes in any of the things you had there. So maybe you write on the list you have aches and pains in some part of your body. Maybe you wish you didn't need a coffee at 3 in the morning. Maybe you wish you fell asleep more easily. Maybe you wish that you didn't have swelling in certain parts of your body. Whatever it is for you, write a list of all the things. And then, as I say, get enough product to wear from laundry day to laundry day. And the person who invited you to this call will help you with that. There's an amazing special on right now with VoxLife, buy 2, get 1 free, which literally sets you up for success. So please go out there, try it, get back to the person who invited you. And we want you to be one of the next million people that we help in the near future. All right. Thanks for being here. Paul and I will be back in 2 weeks. Pam, Selena, always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for sharing. And thanks to everybody for being here. Have a good night, guys.